Sake, often called Japanese rice wine, actually traces its roots back to ancient China, a land rich in history and tradition. Evidence suggests that fermented beverages from rice, precursors to sake, existed in China as early as 4800 BC, showcasing the ingenuity of early Chinese brewers. These early alcoholic drinks, likely quite different from modern sake, were made using techniques that would gradually evolve over millennia, influenced by cultural and environmental factors. The exact method of sake's arrival in Japan is debated among historians and scholars. However, it is generally believed to have journeyed westward alongside the transmission of rice cultivation around the 5th century BC, carried by travelers and traders. Upon reaching Japanese shores, this ancient beverage found a new home and a distinct path of development, influenced by Japan's unique climate and culture. Japan, with its unique environment and cultural practices, would become the cradle of sake as we know it, nurturing its growth and refinement. The journey from those early Chinese brews to the refined sake enjoyed today is a fascinating testament to human ingenuity and the enduring allure of this remarkable beverage, cherished by many. Over centuries, Japanese brewers would adapt and refine these early techniques, shaping the character of sake and intertwining it with the nation's cultural identity, making it a symbol of Japanese tradition. The transition from those rudimentary Chinese beverages to the refined sake we know today was not immediate, but a gradual process. It involved centuries of experimentation and adaptation by Japanese brewers who were dedicated to perfecting their craft. They worked diligently to understand the nuances of rice, water, and fermentation, ultimately developing unique techniques that distinguish Japanese sake from its continental ancestors, creating a beverage that is both an art and a science. This evolution of sake, from its ancient origins to its refined modern forms, is a testament to the dedication and artistry of generations of Japanese brewers who have preserved and enhanced this cultural treasure. During the Kofun period, which spanned from 300 to 538 AD, sake production in Japan remained relatively small-scale and decentralized, with no large-scale commercial operations. It was primarily a household activity, with families brewing sake for personal consumption and religious ceremonies. This home-brewed sake was often used in Shinto rituals and festivals, highlighting its spiritual significance. However, as Japan transitioned into the Asuka period from 538 to 710 AD, and the subsequent Nara period from 710 to 794 AD, sake began to gain recognition and importance within the imperial court. The beverage started to be seen not just as a household staple, but as a symbol of sophistication and cultural refinement. The court's patronage had a profound impact on sake production, leading to significant advancements in brewing techniques and quality. Recognizing the beverage's cultural and economic potential, the imperial court established a dedicated bureau for sake brewing within the government. This move was instrumental in standardizing and improving sake production across the country. This bureau, known as the Sakashiki, was responsible for overseeing the production of high-quality sake for court ceremonies and rituals. The Sakashiki ensured that the sake used in these important events met the highest standards of excellence. The establishment of the Sakashiki marked a turning point in the history of sake, elevating it from a humble household brew to a beverage of national significance. This transition also helped to unify brewing practices and elevate the status of sake brewers. The court's influence extended beyond mere administration, fostering a culture of innovation and excellence in sake brewing. Imperial patronage led to the development of more sophisticated brewing techniques and the use of higher quality rice varieties. These advancements were crucial in enhancing the flavor and quality of the sake produced. Records from the era indicate that courtiers even experimented with different water sources to enhance the flavor of the sake. This meticulous attention to detail was a hallmark of the period's brewing practices. This pursuit of excellence, driven by the discerning palates of the aristocracy, laid the foundation for the complex and nuanced flavors that characterize fine sake today. The legacy of these early innovations continues to influence modern sake production. The legacy of this era is still evident in modern Japan, where sake continues to hold a place of honor in numerous cultural ceremonies and traditions. From weddings to New Year celebrations, sake remains an integral part of Japanese culture, reflecting its rich history and enduring significance. With the decline of the imperial court's power in the 12th century, sake production gradually shifted away from the central government. Buddhist temples, which had long used sake in religious ceremonies, emerged as new centers of brewing expertise. Monks, with their discipline and knowledge of fermentation, played a pivotal role in refining sake brewing techniques during this period. They meticulously documented their methods, contributing to the growing body of knowledge about sake production. One significant innovation attributed to temple brewers was the development of kimoto, a traditional method of starter mash preparation that relied on natural lactic acid bacteria. This method, which involved laborious stirring and precise temperature control, resulted in sake with greater complexity and depth of flavor. The kimoto method, while time-consuming, yielded sake with exceptional stability and a unique flavor profile. The temple's role in sake production extended beyond brewing. They also served as important centers of learning, disseminating knowledge about sake making to the wider community. Monks trained apprentices, sharing their expertise and ensuring the continuity of brewing traditions. This dissemination of knowledge was instrumental in spreading sake production beyond the confines of the temples and into the hands of skilled artisans across Japan. As a result, sake brewing gradually transitioned from a primarily religious activity to a more widespread craft. Section 4. Commercialization, from monks to merchant brewers. By the 14th century, sake production in Japan had become increasingly commercialized. While temples continued to brew sake, a new class of professional brewers emerged, establishing independent breweries known as sakagura. These sakagura, often strategically located near sources of pristine water and high-quality rice, catered to the growing demand for sake among the burgeoning merchant class. The rise of the merchant class, with its newfound wealth and appreciation for the finer things in life, fueled the demand for high-quality sake. The commercialization of sake brewing led to healthy competition among brewers. They experimented with different rice varieties, water sources, and brewing techniques to create unique and desirable products. This era also saw the emergence of regional variations in sake, as brewers tailored their brews to local tastes and preferences. The competition fostered innovation, pushing brewers to refine their skills and develop new techniques to enhance the quality and appeal of their sake. The rise of commercial breweries also led to the development of new distribution networks. Sake, once primarily consumed locally, began to be shipped to other parts of Japan, introducing consumers to a wider variety of flavors and styles. This expansion of trade helped to solidify sake's position as a national beverage, enjoyed by people from all walks of life. The increasing demand for sake also stimulated the development of specialized crafts related to its production and consumption, from barrel making to the creation of elaborate sake sets. Section 5. Industrial Revolution, Sake Production Transformed. The dawn of the 17th century ushered in the Edo period, a time of unprecedented peace and stability in Japan. This era, spanning over 250 years, provided a fertile ground for cultural and technological advancements. This era also witnessed significant technological advancements that profoundly impacted sake production. The brewing techniques evolved, incorporating new methods and tools that revolutionized the industry. The introduction of new tools and techniques, such as the hydraulic press for pressing sake lees, marked a significant leap forward. This innovation allowed brewers to extract more liquid from the rice mash, increasing yield and efficiency. The use of thermometers for temperature control was another groundbreaking development. It allowed for greater precision in monitoring the brewing process, ensuring consistency and quality in every batch of sake produced. One of the most significant developments during this period was the widespread adoption of koji starter cultures. This mold, cultivated on steamed rice, became an essential component in the brewing process. Koji, a mold cultivated on steamed rice, plays a crucial role in sake brewing by breaking down rice starches into sugars that yeast can ferment into alcohol. This enzymatic process is vital for producing the unique flavors and aromas of sake. The use of standardized koji cultures improved the predictability and control over the fermentation process, resulting in higher quality sake. Brewers could now produce sake with consistent taste and quality, batch after batch. The development of specialized koji rooms within breweries, where temperature and humidity could be carefully controlled, further enhanced the consistency and quality of sake production. These rooms provided an ideal environment for koji cultivation. The industrialization of sake production, while bringing about positive changes, also presented challenges. The focus on mass production sometimes led to a loss of the unique characteristics that define traditional sake. The focus on efficiency and standardization sometimes came at the expense of traditional brewing methods and regional variations. Each region had its own unique brewing techniques and flavors, which risked being overshadowed by industrial practices. However, many brewers recognized the importance of preserving the artistry and heritage of sake making. They understood that the soul of sake lay in its traditional methods and regional diversity. They continued to employ time-honored techniques alongside modern innovations, ensuring the legacy of Japanese sake for generations to come. This blend of old and new has kept the tradition alive while embracing progress. This dedication to tradition, combined with a willingness to embrace technological advancements, has been key to the enduring success of the Japanese sake industry. The balance between innovation and tradition has allowed sake to thrive in the modern world.